Once you've added all your photos, your title sequence, your end credits, and your music, now you're ready to add your narration. To add your narration, you want to be in the My Media folder, which is the folder with the little star, and then you'll find a microphone button. It may or may not say narrate next to it, but when you mouse over it, it'll be clear that that is for narration. Click on that, and it's going to ask you for permission to use your microphone. You're going to have to allow that access, and you're probably going to want to mute the video while you're recording. That'll keep you from hearing the music, which will just distract you. And you'll click the record button. Now, when it says get close to the mic, you don't have to be all up on top of the microphone. You just want to speak in a normal voice as if you were speaking to someone else. And you can be a normal distance from the microphone. But if you have a naturally quiet voice, then you may need to speak up or get closer. Get too close, though, it's going to ruin the sound. It'll count you down, and you're going to want your story map open. And then you can just start talking. My goal in life is to be rich. Click stop to stop recording. To hear it back, click the play button. And then you can just start talking. My goal in life is to be rich. If you don't like it, obviously mine wasn't very good because I was talking at the beginning of it, which you can edit out. I'll show you that in just a second. If you want to do it again, you would click record again. Don't worry if the picture changes while you're recording. You can always change the length of the photos later. So I'm going to click save, and it'll save my recording. And I can see that it's created a new track at the bottom of my timeline here called voiceover. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit to make this easier to see. Down here in the bottom right corner is the zoom. And something you need to know about audio editing. Anytime you see what looks like a flat line, that represents silence. Anytime you see little spikes or squiggly lines, that represents something when you're speaking or sound. You can shorten a clip by moving your cursor to the very left of that clip when it's selected, and you'll get arrows pointing left and right, like you can see on my screen. And then you can click and drag to eliminate the silence. This is me talking and saying that you're going to want your story map open, and then you can just start talking. So what I'm going to do is go back here, and I'm going to eliminate that. And I'm going to go right to where I start talking about the being rich. And notice that now my photo is much longer than what I actually said. So what I can do is use that same principle up here on the photo. I can click on the photo, and I can drag it back from the right to the left so that it matches up with the end of my audio clip. And now when I play the whole thing, my goal in life is to be rich. That photo ends when I stop talking. And then I can simply pull the next photo over. Make sure when you're dragging the photos that you actually click directly on the photo, that you're not clicking on the edges, because you don't want to make this longer. You just want to move it so that it ends up coming in when the last photo ends. And make sure that this blue box, this is called your playhead, matches up with the beginning of the next clip before you go back to narrate that next clip. And then make sure you go to the correct slide and record the next clip. You can do them one at a time like that. You can try to do it all at once, but then we're probably going to hear you clicking between your slides, and that could get a little distracting. You may have to do this multiple times, and that's normal. Speak up, speak clearly, and you'll be fine.